Ever wonder how that chatbot seems to understand your rambling questions or how an image generator works? Imagine you type a request into an AI image generator, a cat wearing a tiny sombrero riding a unicorn through a field of tacos. This is your prompt, the seed that initiates the AI's creative process. First, the AI needs to understand your request. This involves natural language processing (NLP). The AI breaks down your sentence, identifying keywords cat, sombrero, unicorn, tacos, their relationships wearing, riding, and the overall context. It essentially translates your human language into a format it can understand, a series of numerical representations. Next comes the crucial part, learning from data. AI models are trained on massive datasets. For an image generator, this could be billions of images with associated descriptions. The AI has learned to recognize patterns and relationships within this data. It understands what a cat looks like, what a sombrero is, and the general concept of riding. Now, armed with your interpreted prompt and its vast knowledge base, the AI begins the generation process. For an image, this often involves complex algorithms like diffusion models. Imagine starting with random noise and gradually refining it, guided by your prompt, until a coherent image emerges. The AI essentially paints the picture pixel by pixel, drawing upon the patterns it learned during training. Throughout this generation phase, the AI might go through several iterations, constantly evaluating and adjusting its output to better match your prompt. Think of it as a sculptor chipping away at a block of marble, gradually revealing the desired form. Finally, the AI presents you with the completed result, a digital image of a sombrero-clad feline astride a unicorn in a taco field. This output is the culmination of the AI's interpretation, knowledge retrieval, and creative generation. Speaking of creative generation, let's talk about Vinny. Vinny ran a small, somewhat unconventional business, Vinny's Urban Squirrel Adoptions. He rescued orphaned squirrels and found them loving and nut-filled homes. However, his marketing was, well, let's just say his hand-drawn flyers featuring blurry squirrel photos weren't exactly setting the world on fire. Then Vinny discovered AI image generators. He started inputting prompts like, a regal squirrel wearing a tiny crown, holding a miniature acorn scepter, or, a playful squirrel wearing goggles and riding a skateboard. The results were astonishing. Suddenly, his flyers featured adorable, professional-looking squirrel portraits that captured the hearts and wallets of potential adopters. One day, Vinny got a particularly ambitious idea. He prompted the AI with, a group of squirrels in tiny business suits, negotiating a deal around a giant walnut. The AI delivered a masterpiece. Vinny printed hundreds of flyers, plastered them all over town, and waited for the adoption applications to flood in. The next day, his phone rang non-stop. Not with adoption inquiries, but with calls from confused and slightly concerned residents. "Mr. Vinny," one caller said, "are your squirrels unionized?" Another asked if he offered corporate squirrel relocation packages. Vinny realized his AI-powered marketing had worked a little too well, creating an image so believable and hilarious that people thought his squirrels had formed some sort of tiny, nut-obsessed corporate entity. While his adoption numbers didn't skyrocket that day, Vinny's business squirrel flyers became a local legend, and he eventually did find homes for all his furry clients, thanks in part to the undeniable charm of AI-generated squirrel imagery.